No mai, haere mai, ki te rangai pūtaiao. Hello and welcome to the College of Science at the University of Canterbury. My name's Seb Pittman, I'm a coastal geographer and I'm one of the lecturers here in the College of Science and I teach into the Geography Bachelor of Science degree. This presentation today aims to give you an overview of what we offer here at UC, a little bit of background to some of our lecturers, some of our undergraduate study options, and also some information on the career pathways that would be open to you should you choose to come and study with us here in the College of Science. As you know, the world's facing immense challenges at the moment. For every single problem, science and scientists are out helping us find solutions. So science needs bright young minds with new ideas and new approaches. Science needs people like you to really help make a difference. In science, you will investigate the big problems and issues facing our planet. This is things like climate change and sea level rise, human health and diseases, the global water crisis, food security, environmental protection, and so many other wide-ranging issues. If you come and study science at UC, what we can provide you is a number of things that we've outlined here. The first of which is applied learning. So you get hands-on and the chance to apply what you're learning in the classroom in labs and in fieldwork at our field stations in your very first year with us here at UC. In terms of student support, our student support networks are designed to assist you while you study with us, whether that's the stress of exams or how to study or financial worries, whatever your issue is, whatever's stressing you, we have networks in place to help support you through that. We offer you a really interdisciplinary approach to your degree. The way they are structured and designed, it means that within a course or a module you'll be exposed to other disciplines, and you also have the opportunity to pick options and courses and modules outside of your discipline to build a degree that suits you. Our facilities here are purpose-built, so our Ernest Rutherford building that you'll see in a minute was purpose-built for science, and it's really the heart of our science facilities here at the University of Canterbury. You'll often hear people in the College of Science talking about our living laboratory. Now, Otutahi Christchurch, but also the wider area, so the sort of the Canterbury as a wider region, we call this our living laboratory, where the students can go out and see science in action. Flexibility is a key theme in the degree programme here. With our range of options, again, you really have the ability to follow your interests, to pick and choose courses from different disciplines to structure the degree very much as you want it. We talk about accessible experts, and what this means is the lecturers that you will be taught by are research active and research engaged. So as part of our job, we're out doing research and searching for those solutions that I mentioned earlier. And then the other part of our job is lecturing our undergraduates. So when you come to us, you will receive that information from people that are doing science for real. And finally, we have a really compact city and campus. So all of our learning and teaching and study locations are located close by. So you really have access to everything you need within the city without the need to go too much further. I mentioned in the last slide that we were going to take a look at our science facilities here at UC. So watch one of our undergraduate students, Izzy, in this short video, and he'll introduce you to the Ernest Rutherford building.
Kia ora, I'm Izzy. This is the Ernest Rutherford building. It's the heart of science at UC. It was built in 2018, so it has the latest facilities for studying science. On the ground floor, you'll find the cafe, ancestral, and the geography lab. On the second floor are learning spaces for geology and geography students. On the third floor, there are physics and biology labs. On the fourth floor is chemistry and biology. Finally, the level 5 has postgrad, research and staff spaces. Throughout the building, there are great study spaces.
Within the College of Science, we offer two undergraduate degrees. The first is the BSc, or the Bachelor of Science itself, and this is really our foundation degree. and this provides students the ability to follow your interests and study particular subjects in depth. As an alternative to that, we also offer the Bachelor of Speech and Language Pathology, which is an honours degree, the BSLP. And this is really a niche degree that provides students knowledge and training for a career as a speech therapist. And we'll look at both of these in a bit more detail now. If we start with the BSc is a 3-year degree, and it allows you to mix and match subjects across a wide range of disciplines. So that's that flexibility that I spoke about earlier. You can try things out, work out what your interest area is, and if you're enjoying a particular discipline or subject before you specialise and choose to progress your career further. The BSc can open doors to many other careers too, whether it's business, politics, medicine, finance, engineering, or the specific study area that you choose. In terms of choices, the main reasons people choose to study a BSc are because they know the subject or the subjects that they really enjoyed at school and they want to take that further, or because they aren't so sure and they just want to find out what they want to specialise in and perhaps try something new. Our majors in the BSc programme are really wide-ranging, and you can see the sort of list of subjects that you can get involved in here, from astronomy, biological sciences, computer science, geology, psychology, a whole range of different subjects. And again, this theme of flexibility, you can choose to do a minor in your degree, so you can pick up a small element of a different discipline or subject. You could do a double major, so 2 disciplines in a reasonable amount of depth, a double degree, conjoint degree, or an honours degree. And our study advisors will be able to take you through these options and work out what suits best for you. But really importantly here, we want you to try a range of different subjects in your first year to find out exactly where your interests lie. And as we said, you can always change your course options if your choices in the first year perhaps don't suit you. The BSLP then is an honours degree, and this helps you enter into a really challenging and rewarding profession concerned with speech and language therapy. And people with this degree will go on to help improve the quality of life for people with speech, language, or swallowing difficulties. In the first year of this degree, or the intermediate year, is followed by 3 professional placement years, where you'll include coursework elements and clinical placements. Graduates in this area are in really high demand, both within New Zealand but also overseas. And the work they do is really varied. It can range from hospitals and schools right through to private clinics. On the other end, some of our graduates have their own private practices, while others are working in research labs, designing and developing new speech and language or hearing technologies. When it comes to easy access to leaders in science, as I said, you'll be lectured by a number of staff who are research engaged, so they're out finding the answers to those questions. And what we've got here is just a quick spread of some of the lecturers that you may interact with in your very first year here at the University of Canterbury. On the left hand side we have Professor Julia Ruckledge from psychology. She won the Ballin Award, which recognises significant contributions to the development or enhancement of clinical psychology in New Zealand. She was also a finalist in the New Zealand Women of Influence competition in 2015 for her work looking at mental health and nutrition. Next across we have Dr. Heather Purdy. Heather studies some really interesting aspects of how climate change is changing the glacier dynamics, both within New Zealand but also further afield. And Heather is really well regarded for her teaching. She actually won the Ako Aotearoa Teaching Award of 2019. So this is a national recognition of how good Heather is at her teaching and how engaging she is for our students like you. Next across we have Dr. Peter Pelser. Peter's from Biological Sciences and he won the UC Teaching Award. His work specifically looks at plants, and specifically a plant in the Philippines. It's one of the only plants that are parasitic and completely live inside another plant. The only time you'll ever see these plants is when they produce a flower that bursts out of the host plant. A bit like the movie Alien. So again, a cutting edge area of science, but you'll still be lectured by Peter if you follow a sort of biological sciences path. Next across is Associate Professor Tammy Steeves. Tammy's also in biological sciences, and she is specifically involved in genetic work on the kaki. She's also written about the ecology of de-extinction. Next across here we have Associate Professor Ben Kennedy. Ben is a sort of field-based and experimental volcanologist. He also looks at elements of geochemistry, lava domes and explosive volcanism. And then finally we have Professor Richard Hartshorn. Richard's from chemistry, and he was elected Secretary General of the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this is international recognition of the experts that we have here at the University of Canterbury. The careers that you can go on to are really varied, both specifically well aligned to your degree, but also, as we said, reaching out into business or politics or any other of a number of spheres. What we've outlined on this slide is some of the companies that you may work for, some of the roles within those companies, and the various different degree programs that could lead to such a role. You can have a look through those for yourself, but what I'm going to do now is just show you a short video of the locations and jobs that some of our science graduates have gone on to work in. Take a look at this.
Advice I would give to someone thinking about becoming a teacher is they have to be passionate about their subject, but they also have to have a desire to inspire others and to pass that knowledge on.
The thing I enjoyed about studying science at UC was the varied content of our lectures. We learned about things from the Atkins diet, the high-fat, high-protein diet, through to forensic genetics. I never thought I'd be in this role. I didn't even know it existed, and I'm really proud to be part of a team making a difference in medical physics.
As a quantitative ecologist, I'm trying to use data to help solve environmental problems. It's taking large data sets, analysing those using lots of computer code to try and figure out different ways that we can manage the environment. I got into science because I wanted to make a difference, and science now more than ever provides us with the opportunity to understand environmental problems and look for ways that we can help to solve them.
Okay, so what's next for you? If you want to find out a little bit more about either the structure of the Bachelor of Science or the Bachelor of Speech and Language Pathology, check out our specific presentations related to each of those two degree programs. Decide the best degree option that works best for you. And then follow, for now, some of our social media pages. So look for our Facebook question and answer sessions where we can answer any of the questions that you feel you have prior to making a decision about what you may want to study. You can also look to join our Careers in Science event on the 23rd of September, and that's an opportunity to hear from some of our graduates about what they've gone on to after they graduated from the College of Science here at UC, what they liked about their degrees and how studying at UC helped prepare them for those options. And you can also keep in touch with your UC liaison contact, and they can give you direction on who to speak to answer some of your specific questions. And just to finish off, before I say bye then, I'm going to show you a short video where our students, our current students, talk about why they enjoy studying their BSc here at UC.
Studying science at UC gives you this really dynamic and unique set of skills and abilities.
A lot of courses give you the opportunity to apply what you're learning in the classroom straight out in the real world.
You're actually right there in front of the thing that you're studying instead of just reading about it.
The new science building, Ernest Rutherford, has some fantastic lab facilities. all top of the line, brand new.
Being able to have the mountains and the sea literally hours drive away means that nothing is impossible to be able to research or look into.
The lecturing staff we have here at UC is great.
You can see that they're really passionate about what they're doing.
There is heaps of flexibility when it comes to your degree options.
Being able to study Māori and Indigenous studies alongside my science studies has really helped me, I think, see different sorts of perspectives on the world of science.
You can study a lot of interest papers that broaden your horizon, as well as helping you discover who you are.
Being able to pursue what you're passionate about in an environment that's dedicated to making that dream happen.
Great, that's it from me. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. We really look forward to seeing you again in one of our UC College of Science events, whether that be virtually or hopefully here with us on campus very soon. Thanks very much.